What is up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to bring you some more Warhammer 40K content. So this isn't a 40 facts video, this is a list analysis. So it's been a while since I've done one of these, and what this is, it's basically I come up with a list, and then you guys critique it, give me pointers as to what I should add, what I should take out. Is it good this way? Is it good that way? And the reason why I'm doing this is because in a matter of days, we will be playing some Warhammer 40K. Yes, the battle reports will be coming back, guys. It's been quite a while. I want to say at least, 3-4 months since we've done a 40K game. So we're getting back into it, and we will be bringing it to you guys. We may be live streaming it on Facebook, so just keep your eyes peeled. Something's gonna happen. But anyway, this is a 1,250 point list of Chaos Space Marines. So I'm using my own Infernal Suns Chaos Warband. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I did a showcasing video yesterday of all the models that I currently have for that army. So again, check it out if you didn't. But anyway, this will be a battalion detachment, which gives me 3 command points, and since I'm Battle Forged, that gives me another 3, bringing my total command points to 6. So with this type of army, most likely we will be doing a free-for-all. So I will be going against Gersh1 and a buddy of mine, and maybe another buddy. So we might be doing teams, or it might just be everybody against everybody, so 1v1v1v1. But we'll see. So if that is the case, I might be playing against either Space Wolves, Tyranids, Salamanders, Necrons, and then Gersh's Skitari. Now he does have some Imperial Fists there as well, so I feel like I'm pretty good with the Chaos Space Marines because they have the Death to the False Emperor ability, so chances are I will be using that ability quite often. So with that being said, guys, this is what I have chosen for my Warlord. So the HQ is a Cornet Demon Prince with wings. He's got the Prince of Chaos ability, meaning he can re-roll hit rolls of 1 for models with the Corn keyword that are within 6 inches of him. So basically what I'm going to be doing with this is he's going to be right front and center. The model I'm using is the one you see here, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be a bullet magnet. And the guys that I'm playing with, they always like to team up against me, so I'm already coming at this with like a bullseye on my head, so to speak. So with that being said, he will be surrounded by some bloodletters, but we'll get to that later. For the artifact of chaos that I've chosen for him to wield is the Talisman of Burning Blood. This fits perfectly with the lore for Varos. Oh, by the way, it's Varos of the Bloody Lance that I'm using. But anyway, this Burning Blood Talisman makes him advance and charge in the same turn, and on top of that, I can re-roll failed charges. This is really great, especially since he's going to be right up in front. He's going to be moving those 12 inches, advancing, and then charging. So chances are he's going to get into close combat right off the bat. Because of this, he will be doing work. His Warlord trait are the Flames of Spite, basically meaning that when I roll to wound, if I get a 6 up in close combat, I do an extra mortal wound for every 6 that I get, which he's already going to be doing big dick damage because he's got the Malefic Talons. I gave him 2 of these, so he gets +3 additional attacks. So he's going to be doing work in close combat. However, he can also shoot. So by the time he's probably only going to shoot once, if that. So he's got a warp bolter, nothing special there. 24-inch range, assault 2, strength 4, AP -1, 2 damage each. So he's definitely going to be a heavy hitter in close combat, which is kind of what I centered this whole army to be around. So as he's advancing up, giving, the Prince of Chaos buffs, and probably charging on the first turn, he does have 2 other HQs kind of backing him up. Well, the other one is the Slaaneshi Demon Prince of Chaos with wings. So this, basically it's just another, bullet magnet. It's huge, it looks pretty, and they're going to want to attack that also. Nothing really too great about it. I just kind of wanted to use the model. But anyway, it's got Quicksilver Swiftness, meaning most of the time he will be able to fight first in close combat. top of this, since it is a Demon Prince of Slaanesh, it knows Smite, and it has 2 Malefic Talons and a Warped Vulture. So it's kind of a similar build to the Demon Prince of Khorne, but again, it's got Smite, so it'll do work, just not as much as the Khorne Demon Prince. And then I've also got the Sorcerer on a Disc of Tzeentch. Arunsar is here. So basically what he's out there to do is basically to give buffs. For the psychic powers, he's got Smite, of course, the Infernal Gaze, which is like a discounted Smite if I want to do more damage, but I feel like I'm going to be using him to use Prescience. That +1 to hit on friendly Heretic Astartes is pretty boss, and I'm kind of having him roll with 20 Chaos Space Marines. But again, we'll get into that later. Continuing on with him, he does have the Favor of Tzeentch, which makes him a little bit more survivable because he got that 5+ invuln save. For his weapons, I gave him a plasma pistol and a force sword, so he can kind of hold his own, but I don't want him in combat. Like I said, I kind of want him buffing things with Prescience. But he also has the Disc of Tzeentch, which at the end of combat he gets basically an additional attack. So yeah, that's kind of the deal there with the 3 HQs. Onto the troops, I'm going to be doing a blob of bloodletters, 30 total, which is the max. And because of this, they have the Murderous Tide rule, meaning that as long as there are 20 bloodletters in this unit, I get a +1 on my to-hit rolls, which is really good because I need them to get into combat, so hopefully they'll get there and they'll do damage. I also gave them an Instrument of Chaos, which gives them a +1 to their advance and their charge rolls. Again, gotta move them up the field. And they also got a Demonic Icon, meaning if I roll a 1 on my morale tests, instead of taking off models, I actually get to add D6 slain bloodletters back. So if I do go below that 20 model range where the Murderous Tide rule kicks in, potentially I can bring some more back and gain that ability. So that's kind of the whole thought process there. With that, I've also got 30 Plague Bearers. They're kind of just there to soak up wounds. They've got the Cloud of Fly rule, meaning that as long as there's 20, anybody shooting at them shoots at a -1 modifier. So again, they're going to be a little bit harder to hit. They do have the Disgustingly Resilient, so if they do get hit, they got essentially that 5 up feel no pain. And I also gave them the Demonic Icon and the Instrument of Chaos. It does the same thing as it does with the Bloodletters, so they're probably going to be, probably a pesky unit, just like a blob of them. Hopefully we're playing objective so they can just sit on it and kind of camp. But again, they're just there to soak up wounds. So finishing off this battalion, I've got another troop choice of 20 Chaos Space Marines. Nothing special here, just bolt guns. The champion's got a bolt gun and a bolt pistol. So they're just there to get buffed by the Prescience ability from my Psyker. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for this 8th edition list. Again, I don't know what game type we're playing. I just know that most likely it'll be a free-for-all between 3 people or 4 people. It depends who shows up. But yeah, so again, I'm probably just going to be running up the field with my Khorne Demon Prince and Bloodletters, being supported by the Sorcerer and the Chaos Space Marines with their shooting attacks, claiming objectives with the Plague Bearers, and then the Slaaneshi Demon Prince is kind of just like a distraction. So that's what I came up with, I think. Yeah, so I've got 1,244 points. I'm only 6 points shy of 1250, so I'm right there. Let me know what you guys think. Is this list pretty okay? Because I was also thinking of taking out that Slaaneshi Demon Prince, because that is almost 200 points, and maybe going with like some Hell Drakes or something like that. But I think this is good because I've got, three really good HQs, and I've got 80 models for troops. I think that's the most troops I've ever used or will be using if I do decide to go with this build, so hopefully they tend to stay longer on the field. But yeah, let me know what you think about this Chaos Space Marine list. If there's any stratagems that you recommend me using, let me know. And yeah, So again, stay tuned guys, because this is going down in a few days, so the video should be up next week. I'll probably give you updates or whatnot on the Facebook page, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's all I've got. So let me know what you think about this 12 50-point Chaos Space Marine list for 8th edition. And of course, this is the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.